Have you ever been so tired, so exhausted that your head is swimming and you're sick to your stomach, you're queasy? I'm that tired now, and I've been that tired for 3 weeks straight now. Good alert. Good alert. I'm not listening. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do when I'm not listening? Do you speak? Right? What do you do? What do you do? That's right. That's right. And so I hear it frequently. See it online, sometimes questions in person. People ask, well, what can a service dog do for somebody that's got a psychiatric disability? They can't seem to wrap their heads around how a service dog could help. I think this comes from a fundamental misunderstanding of what mental illness can do and how mental illness works. They think that the only thing a dog would be able to do is provide emotional support. This isn't true. I'm in a thing right now. This is one of the persistent problems, and it's getting worse with my mental illness. As I'm getting older, it's becoming more pronounced. One of the symptoms of my mental illness is extremely disturbed sleep. My sleep patterns are extremely fragile, and more so as I'm getting older. You look at me the wrong way, and my sleep patterns will just blow up. It's a problem. A couple of years ago, for an entire year, over an entire year by some, I had sleep problems so bad that I considered myself highly fortunate if I got 4 hours a night. Every once in a blue moon, I would convince my body to take a nap during the day, and I'd heaven shone down upon me, and I'd get 6 hours of sleep for a 24-hour period. But as you can imagine, that accumulates. You're not sleeping, I don't even know how I maintained functioning during that year. I don't recall a good portion of that year. I was a walking zombie the entire time, just desperately pushing to get the essentials done. Well, I'm having similar, well, I always have these problems, but it's particularly bad at the moment. I'm in my 3rd week of very little sleep. We're talking, well, this go round, I'm feeling okay, fortunate to get 6 hours. And over the last 2 weeks, twice, I've managed one night where I slept like a full 6 hours straight. I'm getting my sleep right now generally in maybe 3-4 hour stints. I'll sleep 3 or 4 hours, wake up later, lay back down another 3-4 hours. A couple times in the last 2 weeks, I ran myself ragged. I got so exhausted that I was able to sleep for 6 full hours. And then I woke up. I was up for 3-4 hours, and then I was so exhausted I'd lay back down again. It's with this thing, it's either full forward or full reverse. My body doesn't do half measures. Um, so then once it got sleep, that's all it wanted to do that day. I would be up for a couple hours, lay down and sleep for a couple hours. I was up for a couple hours and lay down and sleep for a couple hours, and that would last about 24 hours. And then my body would flip out and we're back to not sleeping at all again. It just, it's exhausting. People that watch me regularly, they might actually be able to tell by now. In my videos, I don't know if I look really tired. I know I feel exhausted just constantly. Um, I'm I'm getting shorter. I don't have as much to say. I'm not as animated as I, can be. I'm just kind of and I think maybe people that have been watching can tell a little bit. The first week I can hang and people can't usually tell the difference. The second week I start to fray around the edges. By the third week, it's starting to show. It's starting to show to people around me that know me. Anyway, so that is just one of the problems with my mental condition. One of the symptoms, one of the things that occurs because of my mental condition. And people wonder, well, how can a psychiatric service dog help? Well, increasingly over the last week, I've been utilizing my service dog more and more heavily. He goes and gets items for me. Um, he would watch the little dog. I'd send him out with the little dog in the back to potty, so I don't have to watch her. Cause standing there, I'm tired. So I'd send him out to monitor her. I recently posted a video of him getting a plastic crate out in the backyard for me. I just didn't have the energy to go down the stairs and around the porch to go get it myself. Stuff like that. How does that help me? Well, if I don't expend, because I have a limited amount of energy. I literally have a limited amount of energy. Um, if I can have him run stupid errands like that, take the extra, walk the extra steps, go and do stupid little chores like that, I can preserve that energy and utilize it for something more important, like feeding myself. Walking into the kitchen, people don't even, oh, I'm going to go in the kitchen and get me something to eat. I'm just so tired. Yeah, it seems like a major operation to get myself up and walk all the way into the kitchen and walk around the kitchen, getting stuff pulled together to make myself something to eat. It so much so that, sometimes I just won't eat. I'm just too tired. I'm too tired to even make myself anything to eat. Showering. I need to shower. It's time. I need to have a shower, but I'm trying to gather my energy as I'm making this video, which this video will delay it because this takes energy. Trying to gather together the energy to hoist myself up and go in the bathroom and, and take my shower. People don't even understand what how enormous an undertaking it seems when you're like this. It just, the stories of people with depression, all they want to do is lay in bed and not do anything. Yeah, it's a thing. I don't lay in bed. I, sit in my chair in front of my computer, but it's essentially the same thing. You're just kind of non-functional. So anyway, the service dog can do physical tasks, including retrieving items, including opening and closing doors, because my children, who are now new adults, still behave as if they were born in a barn, and then they're outside, out in the yard. They don't hear me call. The door's open. The house is getting cold. And another thing, when I'm like this, I'm not getting my proper sleep. I seem to start having problems with my body temperature. I get cold much easier. I get chilled much easier. I seem to have difficulty maintaining my body temperature the way I normally do. So anyway, the door is open, the cold air is getting in. The kid is halfway down the driveway, doesn't hear me. You know, send my service dog, go shut the door. You know, taken care of. That's how a psychiatric service dog can assist somebody with a mental illness when it's so severe that it's preventing you from taking physical action. It's making it difficult, not impossible, but, you know, screamingly difficult to do these things. That's what they're there for. That's how they can help. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. Because people can't seem to wrap their heads around how can a service dog help somebody with mental illness. Well, when your brain isn't working right, for whatever reason, mine is, the chemicals are not right in my brain to pass messages correctly in my brain. Not my fault, nothing I did. I was born this way. I don't know if it's, if my brain is not developed, the wiring didn't develop properly or what, but it's as a result of the chemicals that are in my brain. They're borked from what normal people have. There's too much, there's not enough. The generators that generate the chemicals to make the brain function properly are borked up. So what's the difference? Whether it originates farther away from your brain or in your brain, it's all the same. Something is not right in your body. Something is broken or damaged in your body that makes physical things difficult. There's no difference, really. It's just, the difference is how far down the line does it occur. In my case, it occurs right at the nerve center. Right at the beginning, you know, there's a derailment. So anyway, I wanted to make this video just to kind of educate that psychiatric service dogs, not emotional support animals, they actually can do physical tasks like a dog for somebody in a wheelchair would do. They can actually do physical tasks to assist. And that is how I use my service animal. My service animal is not for emotional support. My service animal is actually to do things to help. Yeah, do tasks to assist me when I'm having difficulty. The momentum pull. I'm going to be using a lot of that lately. If I can, I have to go out today. I have to take my son to his schooling thing. I will use the momentum guide, you know, the harness, quite a bit today, because I'm so profoundly exhausted. Getting up and going anywhere seems like a momentous task right now, but I got to. My child has to go to school. He has to do his school stuff. We have to go whether I feel like it or not. So the dog's going to assist me with that, you know, get me up and moving and keep me moving till I get to where I have to go. My body can do it under protest, whatever. We've got to get it done. So, and my voice seems a little, I don't know, gravelly and deeper, lack of sleep, tiredness. So anyway, I wanted to make this video to kind of explain what psychiatric service dogs can do for people. And it has nothing significant to do with emotional support. Any emotional support they provide is incidental to their real purpose, just like any other service dog. Anyway, I hope I've helped with some understanding of some people about how this works. Till next video, bye.